Public transportation is more than just buses on the road. It's the ability to give people within a community universal access to family, education, health care, and more. Services are calling and veterans know all too well. And at Champaign-Urbana Mass Transit, they're finding thriving, not just driving, second careers.
We really view a community like a tapestry, and so we want the picture to be as beautiful as possible, but there's a lot of support structure that goes into a tapestry, and transportation is one of the key support structures of a beautiful, successful tapestry. So that's roads, but it's pedestrian amenities, bicycle amenities, and of course public transit. And so we advocate for all of those transportation and mobility options, and that strengthens the community and beautifies the picture.
I'm Greg Kozad, United States Marine Corps, and currently I am an advanced technician. I'm the body shop foreman. I'm also a fabricator. I help instruct and also help oversee shop duties throughout the day.
I am Danielle Ali. I served 4 years in the U.S. Air Force from 2001 to 2005. And now I am the night office supervisor at MTD.
I'm Matthew Kirkpatrick. I'm in the Illinois Army National Guard, currently serving 17 years. I'm currently with the MTD as a operations supervisor.
In Champaign-Urbana, we have the University of Illinois, which is a very large generator of traffic, whether it's pedestrian, bicycle, car, or public transit traffic. And so the more people who are riding the bus, the fewer cars there are on the road, and quite frankly, the fewer pedestrians and bicycles that the drivers and cars have to navigate with. So it benefits everybody to get more people on the bus, and the university makes up about 75% of our overall ridership. It's students, faculty, staff, and so that's really important. We are the lifeblood of the campus, but also the community as a whole. We've got 118 buses and almost 400 employees, but we carry almost 12 million passengers per year. That is a very transit-intensive city for a community our size. And so we do all the public transit. We bring about $35 million of economic activity into the community every year. We provide the middle school and high school transportation, and so we're very integrated, we're very institutionalized within the community.
I think veterans are a good fit here because a lot of people have a misconception that veterans are hard, they're mean, but most of them serve because they care about people. That's why they join the military. A lot of them feel they're joining, to get the education or travel the world, but I truly think most veterans really enjoy working here because they truly care about people. I've watched them on operations, the bus drivers that interact with people, the veterans, and they really do have a deep sense of caring for people. Some of the skill sets that I brought into the civilian world that have stuck me ever since is a can-do attitude, of course the old adapt, improvise, and overcome. I've never said no to any project here, and I've been blessed that MTD has offered me a lot of opportunity to apply my skill sets with metal fabrication, artwork, and a lot of creative areas.
The biggest thing I use from the military is my leadership skills. As an operations supervisor here at MTD, I am here to mentor, coach, and oversee the operators here to be able to make their careers here a lot easier.
When I moved here, I didn't have a vehicle, so I used to ride the buses, me and my son, and then I saw that they were hiring. I was like, if they let me in here, they're gonna have to drag me out of here. Pretty much what I told the hiring manager. It's definitely a family-oriented place where, you start to care about people like they're your family or your loved ones, and you do what you can and people help out. There's great growth here, so you don't have to stay a bus driver if you don't want to. There's great benefit packages here as well. I started as a bus driver 6 years ago, and then I went for the RO position, which I worked in control. I also was a trainer, so I trained the new people that came through. And then recently they just opened up what they call the mentor program, so I was a mentor as well.
There's always opportunity for growth, and for me personally, it's not always the growth into stepping up to a new level, pay-wise or title-wise, but it was the opportunity for me to be able to grow my skill sets. adapt, improvise, and overcome, and especially my fabrication skills and my creativity. I really love doing my artwork.
I've grown from starting as a operator here all the way up to being an operations supervisor. And then there's also growth from the operations supervisor going over to the safety and training, being over there. But there is lots of growth here at MTD. When I first started here at MTD, I actually left for a year to go to Iraq. Once I started here, I worked here for a year, and then all of a sudden I got that call saying, hey, you're gonna go to Iraq and serve the Army for a year. Then MTD was so graciously, they're like, okay, you can take a leave of absence, and they kept all my benefits. So yeah, I had no issues with that. And then coming back and reintegrating from that deployment, MTD brought me back just like a family.
We have 118 buses, and 98% of them are low-emission hybrid buses. The other 2% are first hydrogen fuel cell electric buses. And so those are 2 buses, and we've got 10 more on order. And so we're expanding our hydrogen fuel cell zero emission fleet. We produce our own hydrogen on site here, and we power that production with a solar array. So when we say we're zero emission with those vehicles, we truly are zero emission from the fuel source to the bus. And so that's the direction we're going, and has been really well accepted by our community. For the history of public transit, one of the greatest things that public transit does for the environment is what we call mode shift. If we get people out of driving their private automobiles and we put them in a vehicle that collectively carries more individuals, that's mode shift, and that reduces emissions. But when we can make that vehicle then low emission like a hybrid or zero emission like a hydrogen fuel cell electric bus, then that exponentially increases the benefit of mode shift, which has a dramatic impact on our footprint. We like to hire veterans because right out of the box, they come equipped with self-discipline and a work ethic. So they understand what it means to be punctual, and public transit, punctuality is our cornerstone. And so veterans come out of the box understanding that.
I just want to encourage all my fellow veterans that, once again, military life is not the end of the world, that you've got skill sets, you've got a heart's desire. Just find your niche in the world. Mine just happened to be transit. It's a great place to work because you're around people all the time. You're doing community service. But just don't give up. Just keep on keeping on. There's always hope. And tomorrow is a brighter day.